Take yourself to the year 2030. The world is a turbulent place, and after being hit with the coronavirus, the newest generation has entered the workforce. But there is a striking issue. They are unprepared to take the new STEM jobs that are currently open. With the STEM field constantly growing and automation taking more jobs, the supply of potential workers in the high-tech fields will fall further behind. But in most high schools, STEM majors are considered uncool, or very little context is known among students, making them unaware of the great opportunities in the market and therefore becoming more unprepared when they enter the workforce. So, how do we prevent this? Well, hello. My name is Vincent Park, and I am the sole developer for MicroManager. MicroManager is going to be a fun, free-to-play iOS game that's going to be coming out on the App Store very, very soon. And the premise of the game is that you are a branch manager at this company called TechCo. And TechCo is going to ask you to do a lot of tasks, and you're going to need a team for this. So you're going to need to assemble the best possible team that you can with the budget and time constraints that you have. And as branch manager, you're going to need to deal with your team to make sure that you perform the best that you can. And some of these issues that arise will be interpersonal issues, a computer virus could spread, human viruses could spread, or your office could combust. Obviously, this does sound a bit exaggerated, but that exaggeration makes the game fun. And the more fun the game is, the more people will play it. And I think that the actions in the game are accurate enough to real life STEM jobs to where we'll at least ingrain the STEM field into the minds of the people who play it. So you might be wondering, does this theory about media really exist in the real world? Well, I have good reason to believe that it does. According to a study made by Zen Business with over 1,000 people, they asked them if media had any effect on what career they chose. And the media that they took into account were movies, books, and video games. And according to this study, 56% of them said that it has at least a slight effect on them. And that statistic alone is enough to validate the STEM career choice influence that this game would have. While influence is good and all, and this is obviously a very social venture, there is a big elephant in the room, which is how do we make money? Because I've already said that this is a free game. So how do you make money off of sales on a free game? Well, we have two strategies to make money. One of them is microtransactions for cosmetics, and the second one is brand placement. So let me start off with the first one. In the industry right now, the biggest game, or arguably one of the biggest games right now, is Fortnite. And Fortnite is a free game that you download on your PC as a battle royale, and the only way that they might make money off the game currently is microtransactions for cosmetics. And they've made billions of dollars per year off of just this, and that's what we're going to do with microtransactions in our game. And the second is brand placement, and brand placement exists everywhere, especially in movies, where let's say a character would take a sip of Corona beer, or they would be using their new Apple iPhone. These things are what we could use in our game, and it won't necessarily be as blatant as they are in movies, but it could be just like Apple calls us up, asks, can you put our new MacBook in your game? And we can just put like a little Apple logo on the back of a laptop. As you can see, these are two very established methods in the industry right now, and we'll be using these two methods to not only keep the game running, but to pay the people who keep the game updated, and also to keep funding the game. Just to reiterate what I was saying before, this game is a very casual / idle game. It's competing in the casual game market in the App Store, which is already a huge market, and there are plenty of games that have done a similar concept before. My game does something similar, but I think the advantage is that it's a nice fresh breath of air in what seems like a very saturated market. An example of a game doing this right now is Retro Bowl. It's a very pixelated game, it's a very basic football manager, but it somehow has more players than many football managers on the App Store. Well, that was our pitch. Thank you for watching, and we're going to be constantly working on this 24/7 to make sure that high schoolers can comfortably enter the STEM field. And we are currently working on a prototype, so we hope you can join us on the ride to making a better future. Thank you.